let me tap in. Say good morning. Let me say good morning to you once again. To the entire Tri-Island state this morning. Of course, the folks on the mainland, Grenada. Our sister Isles, Carrie, Petit Martinique. Let me say good morning to my online listeners this morning. Yeah. Those of you viewing via Facebook, that particular platform, you don't forget to Shady Live. All right. Those of you also viewing via YouTube channel, good morning to you. Share the live via Facebook. Once again, I will mention. And those of you viewing via GBN TV. Let me say good morning to you, and thanks for making us your choice again. Let me say good morning to my bro over there at Hot 98. Good morning to you, Gary. How you doing this morning, my brother?
Good morning. How are you doing, GT?
I'm there. I'm good, man. I had a wonderful night's rest. You know, it's good to go to bed.
I can't say the same.
You can't say the same. Yeah, man.
Been up since 2 o'clock this morning.
Well, I actually hit the bed just around 8 p.m. last night. You know what it's like to go to bed. It had a really, really rough day. And you know when that tired feeling kicks in. You understand? I just had to do what I had to do, man. And feeling like $1,000,000 this morning.
And whenever I plan to go to bed early, like 9 o'clock, let's say, 8 o'clock is impossible. I'm not even going to think about it.
All right.
But let's say I try to go to bed by 9 o'clock. There's always something that gets in the way, man. Never works.
Well, you know, I make a decision. Anytime I want to do that, I'm doing it, man. I'm going to go to bed. Just put everything aside and, hey, I'm here.
It's important.
Yeah, sleep is important, man. Hey, let's take that break. When we come back, we kick it into Good Morning Grenada here on K105, Hot 98, and GBN TV. Let's come back after the break.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
What a way to get you moving. Once again, welcome back here on Good Morning Grenada. If you just touched of course, that radio, you just touched that power button, you put it on. Good morning to you. I might have first have said good morning to you. Well, good morning once again. Hey, those of you in GBN TV, good morning and welcome back. It's Good Morning Grenada. We're live via GBN TV, as I mentioned before, K105 and Hot 98. Let me go over once again and say good morning to my bro over there via Hot 98. We're getting set to let the folks know in terms of what we got to throw to them this morning. Let's get set and kick in with the word of the day this morning, Gary. The word of the day. Let's see what I put it this morning.
Word of the day. Hope you guys are ready for it as I pull my stuff here. Let's get straight into it. Word of the day is convoluted. Convoluted, of course, it's spelled C-O-N-V-O-L-U-T-E-D. Convoluted. It's an adjective. Convoluted means very complicated and difficult to understand. It is a synonym of involved and intricate. The textbook, here's a sentence. The textbook has a detailed drawing of a convoluted surface of the brain. The author goes on detours and tangents, and his reasoning is convoluted. Your word of the day, convoluted.
Convoluted. That's a word of the day this morning here on Good Morning Grenada. Let's get it and rolling into our thought of the day this morning. And as usual, we always show those interesting thoughts for you that you could definitely ponder upon. We give you a little summary of it also. Now, the thought of the day. Now, the one who throws the stone forgets the one who is hit remembers forever. Let me repeat that for you once again. The one who throws the stone forgets. The one who is hit remembers forever. All right, so that's your thought of the day for today. My brother, you want to expand on that a little bit for the viewing and listening public out there this morning? Give them a little summary on that thought day. Although it speaks for itself.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. All right. You know, oftentimes the one who is doing the abuse, whether it's verbal, whether it's physical, whether it's cheating, whatever it might be, they're the ones quicker to forget.
Yep.
While the person on the other end, on the receiving side of infidelity, of physical abuse, they have to be the one remembering and carrying this for the rest of their lives. While these people carry on with their lives as if nothing ever happened. It's easy to forget, or forgive rather. It's easy to forgive, but it's not easy to forget. In fact, you are reminded not to forget. All right? You are reminded not to forget.
All right.
Just like when the Queen of England decides to pay us a visit here in Grenada, whether through her grandchildren or through her whatever messenger, we haven't forgotten. We haven't forgotten the days of slavery.
I understand. They may have chosen to forget about it, but it will always remain with us. You know, from our ancestors to present day. You understand? So you ain't gonna forget. Yeah, that was the thought of the day this morning. Interesting summary of day, man. I know you had to throw in that little Queen part day, you know, but anyway. Anyway, hey, let's get into a Did You Know segment this morning here on the Good Morning Grenada. Listen to this. Your tongue is the fastest healing part of your body. If you never know, now you know about it. Your tongue is the fastest healing part of your body. And the reason for that, this is due to the rich supply of blood that the tongue receives, making it able to heal twice as fast as any other section of the body. You know, all of our nutrients and molecules needed to repair cuts and wounds are in the bloodstream. And the tongue has a lot of blood vessels in it. Far more than the skin. This means that the more, of course, the repair factor is delivered to cuts on the tongue faster than it would be delivered to cuts at any other, let's say the arm. So take a note of that. The tongue, who would have thought about that, Gary? You understand? Who would have thought about that? But sometimes you haven't ever even paid attention to it in your own self, per se. You know, you bite your tongue, and then, you know, in a matter of hours, you probably don't even feel the pressure that you applied to the tongue after that. You understand? Something happened with the tongue again, and you say, I even forget a bit my tongue, you know. In simple way of saying it. Once again.
Now you know if you didn't know.
Now you know if you know. The tongue is the fastest healing part of the body. If you didn't know, now you know. Hey, we're moving on this morning, and as usual, let's get set for a health tip this morning. Time check for you. We're moving up to 19 minutes before the top of the hour this morning here on Good Morning Grenada. Here's a health tip for today. Compliments the folks of Mitchell's Health and Wellness Pharmacy, where your family's health is our business. Health tip, Gary. Let's roll with it this morning.
Hey, GT, when last you had green tea, boy?
Every night. Every night.
Every night?
Yeah.
Well, guess what it does? It fights cancer, lowers cholesterol, prevents cavities, protects against heart disease, speeds up metabolism, prevents diabetes, antiviral agent, maintains a healthy circulatory system, strengthens tooth enamel, reduces plaque and bacteria in your mouth, prevents dementia, full of antioxidants, prevents food poisoning, gives healthy skin and prevents bad breath, and detoxifies.
Wow.
Green tea does a whole lot. I bet you never thought about that, huh?
Yeah, as simple as it is, man. As simple as it is.
Yeah.
So folks out there who may not be a regular user of it, try a cup of it. You know, it actually, de-stresses you for my part of it. That's how I feel about it. Drinking a cup of that in the night before bed, man, it just actually de-stresses you, and you feel a sense of calm. You understand? And you're going off to bed. Man, think about
definitely.
it. Think about it.
Relaxes you.
Exactly. Hey, folks, get set for the riddle for this morning. And don't forget the riddle comes to you compliments our friends at the computer store located for you in the Spiceland Mall, Grand Anse, and they have a sub-outlet in Chublu. Now, listen to this. The first person to answer the riddle this morning and for the rest of this week going to win a new Skull Candy headset. Compliments the folks at the computer store. Take a note of this also. We're more interested in youngsters participating, Gary. All right? We're more interested in youngsters participating.
We are totally interested in youngsters participating.
So get your sons and daughters alert this morning. Let them, of course, send us a voice note. We prefer that more than a written message. All right? In terms of the answer. So let them send us a voice note and a photo of themselves. So you'll be the first. So it's 6:43 right now. As we finish with this riddle, let's see who the first to send us the answer and a voice note and a picture. All right, let's go. Now the riddle this morning. 3 doctors said that Bill was their brother. Bill says he has no brothers. How many brothers does Bill actually have? That's a riddle there for you. And may I repeat it again? 3 doctors says that Bill was their brother. Bill says he has no brothers. How many brothers does Bill actually have? That's your riddle there this morning, Gary. And let's hope we get some youngsters participating this morning. And hope they come up with the correct answer. Be the first, and you could win yourself a new Skull Candy Hands and compliments the computer store. Hey, we're moving on, Gary. And we get to that time of the morning. It's 6:45. Time to compliments the folks at Grace Food. We're getting set for the AM edition of news. When we come back, just a little after 7 a.m. this morning, we give you the answer for the riddle and loads of other information to come your way. News is next here on K105 Hot 98, a rebroadcast of live evening news on the GBN TV.
Grenadians are among 5 men missing at sea after a Vincentian-registered vessel, the My Fair Chance, overturned in Trinidad waters over the weekend. A recovery mission is on the way, but it is hindered by rough seas. Rena Pierre-Thomas spoke with Trinidad and Tobago Security Minister to get the latest report and brings us tonight's top story.
The Royal Grenada Police Force has confirmed that 2 of 5 missing crew members aboard MV Fair Chance, which overturned just outside Trinidad over the weekend, are Grenadians. Trinidad Coast Guard on Saturday in a release said at about 3:40 p.m. the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard received a report that the vessel encountered rough North Coast seas and subsequently overturned due to a shift of the cargo on board 5 nautical miles north of Manus Island. 2 of the 7 crew members, who are Vincentian nationals, survived and were rescued. Officer attached to the Community Relations Department, Kadina Douglas McLean, explained.
Further information also received indicates that 2 of the crew members are believed to be Grenadian nationals. Preliminary investigation also suggests that the incident occurred when a strap that was used to hold cargo in place on the vessel burst, causing the cargo to shift to one side of the vessel and consequently capsizing the vessel.
Though unable to reveal any names at this time, Officer McLean said the RGPF is working along with officials from Trinidad and Tobago on the matter and support is being given in any way possible. In an exclusive interview with GBN, Trinidad's Minister for National Security, Fitzgerald Hines, confirmed that an active search and rescue operation by the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard is on the way to find the 5 missing crew members of the Vincentian registered vessel.
Of course, there's deep commitment on the part of the Coast Guard to get to the fullness of this exercise, and that would, of course, mean when the vessel, the upturned vessel, is in a safe enough set of circumstances to allow Coast Guard divers to enter into the cavity of that vessel to see what, if anything, is to be revealed from such an exercise. Of course, they would be on the lookout for any persons in that area who may have been victims of that accident. They found none so far. So that search for human persons continues.
Minister Hines said that due to the rough seas over the weekend, it was a challenge for Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard to get the vessel onto the shore. He explains that the MV Fairchance drifted into Venezuelan waters, and as such, they had to seek the help of Venezuelan authorities.
The currents caused that upturned vessel to drift across our borders into Venezuelan waters, so contact had to be made with the Venezuelan authorities, who cooperated from the reports I have quite fully and provided whatever assistance they could, including allowing our marine assets to be in their zone with their authority, understand the process of bringing it into shore in Trinidad and Tobago from out of the Venezuelan jurisdiction is well underway.
Guardian Media Trinidad on Sunday reported that the vessel was loaded with steel from the CARICOM port in Port of Spain and had just departed to St. Vincent and the Grenadines when the incident happened. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, the Minister of National Security in neighboring Trinidad and Tobago, Fitzgerald Hines, gave an update on the ongoing investigations surrounding 2 crew members of the MV Grenada J and the alleged assault they experienced by officers attached to the Trinidad Coast Guard in March.
Trinidad's Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines, says the investigation is still ongoing by both the Trinidad and Tobago Police Force and the National Coast Guard in that country into allegations of assault on a Grenadian crew last month. He said the 2 parties are cooperating to complete the task.
Both the Coast Guard and the police of Trinidad and Tobago would have begun investigations. The Coast Guard would have been in contact with the local police as well and shared the information they had, making all of the sailors who were on the Coast Guard vessel relevant to that incident available to the police and whatever information the Coast Guard had. And as from the police perspective, the matter is still under investigation. I haven't had any further update on it just yet.
7 Grenadians and 1 Trinidadian national were aboard the cargo vessel MV Rainier J when it is alleged that officers physically attacked 2 of the men during what was supposed to be a regular stop and check of the vessel. Minister Hines said the officers accused of being involved in the incident are no longer stationed in the ambit of Border Patrol pending the results of the investigation.
They were removed from that kind of activity, that kind of patrol out at sea activity, and they were placed in other units for the time being until further developments as the case might warrant.
One of the crew members who was assaulted is awaiting eye surgery after sustaining injuries during the alleged altercation. The Rainier J crew is legally represented by Trinidadian lawyer Om Lala, who said his client expects the surgery bill to be paid by the Trinidadian government. A civil suit will also be filed pending the outcome of the investigation. Blossom Alexis Welsh, GBN News.
Speaking of investigations, one is underway by local law enforcement to determine the cause of a blaze that partially destroyed parts of a building that was recently constructed in the south of the island. Christina John has that story.
Personal belongings were lost while sleeping quarters and the main barracks at the Coast Guard base in True Blue, St. George were partially destroyed in a fire at the facility on Monday afternoon. Rank-and-file officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force were at the scene when GBN arrived as fire tenders were at work trying to suppress the blaze. GBN spoke with Watson Edwards, commanding officer in charge at the Coast Guard base, about the incident.
Basically, what I can tell you is that at around 11:45, one of the officers observed smoke coming from the main barracks and alerted the officers on the compound about that situation. We tried to enter the main barracks and it was engulfed in smoke and we could not enter, and as a result we called 911 and called the fire department, who responded immediately.
Glenroy Corian, officer in charge of the fire department, explained the extent of the damage.
At the initial stage of arrival, the building was engulfed in fire. So immediately our men started fire suppression using water from the tenders to get it under control. Yes, they have a couple beds and lockers and other utensils that got damaged. At the time of the fire, I'm not certain that anyone was in the barrack. As to the cause of the fire, that is undetermined as I speak, but investigation will continue into the possible cause.
Officer Edwards says they are at present seeking alternative arrangement for officers who lost personal property as well as sleeping quarters.
No one will occupy in the building at this time. We have to seek alternative arrangement to house these officers. So we are looking at what can be done in this regard. Yes, they have the personnel in there, and most likely uniforms. A lot of the uniforms got damaged, and presently most of the officers are without uniform, so they maybe have to be issued with new uniforms.
Investigations are ongoing to determine the cause of the fire. Christina John, GBN News.
COVID-19 restrictions have been officially removed 2 years after being implemented as a means to curb the spread of the deadly virus. The Grenadian public shares their views on what that freedom feels like, while the chief medical officer serves a reminder that everyone is responsible for their own health. Rena Pierre-Thomas was on the streets on Monday.
Health officials announced last month that Grenada may see the removal of face masks and other COVID-19 restrictions from today, April 4th, as the country attempts to recover from the backlash of the virus. As Grenada adapts to what is the new norm, GBN sought people's view on the removal of the restrictions.
Yeah, I don't feel at least I feel that I'll only put in all the time, but I feel right now where it is at this present point in time. Well, it's wise because you at least they say it's don't pay for a while. So I feel it's wise that yeah, we got a mask. You have Carnival coming up. You have the tourists this year. That's what you really depend on as a government. So I feel it's wise to remove the mask at the present point in time.
I believe as an individual we have a responsibility to protect ourselves, right? So if they raise the restrictions, persons just have to wear their masks if you want to. So the country have to open up. We have to get back to business. So if we just can't just let COVID, kind of control our lives. We have to rise above that.
I think it is wise that all you should still have it. Yes, because you don't know who is who up to now. So I think that all they should still have that.
To open the economy, to things get lively again, that's a good move. But we still have to watch out for the virus is there. It's not gone. Now we have to still wear masks and things.
Perfectly honest with you, seeing that the virus upsurge in China again and it's kind of on the rise, I don't think it's a wise thing. Right now, I don't think that is the best thing. They should hold the restrictions in place maybe till August also.
In an interview last Friday, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles appealed to the Grenadian public to take their responsibility seriously as COVID-19 restrictions come to an end. The CMO said people will have to do what they think is necessary to protect themselves.
The state would no longer be mandating that they wear a mask, mandating that they sanitize their hands, mandating that they distance. Persons have to make that individual decisions for themselves now. All right? So all of the, as Minister Steele call it, all the differentiation in between vaccinated and unvaccinated persons, all of that is going to be removed. And the requirements for entry, vaccination and testing and so on, are being removed as well.
Dr. Charles said the ministry will continue to offer the COVID-19 vaccines to the public and will keep the nation informed about COVID-19 developments.
So going forward, vaccines will continue to remain available at all of our medical facilities. Because of the very low uptake that we have at our pop-up site, which is the stadium, it is likely that we're gonna reconsider continuing to maintain that one operating.
Despite the removal of restrictions, COVID-19 is running rampant around the world, with major spikes being recorded in some international countries, such as England and the United States, where most of Grenada's visitors come from during the peak of the tourist season. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett-Thomas reporting.
Last Friday, Government Minister Oliver Joseph represented Grenada at the second Canada-CARICOM Foreign Ministers Grouping meeting, virtually. Gerard Joseph has the details.
Regional ministers of foreign affairs were afforded a unique opportunity to discuss critical foreign policy, economic and security issues at the 2022 Canada-CARICOM Foreign Ministers Group meeting last Friday. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Canadian Minister of Foreign Affairs Melanie Joly said strengthening the Canada-CARICOM partnership was a major focus.
Strengthening ties and expanded cooperation with the Caribbean is a priority for Canada. Bilaterally and multilaterally, we want to deepen our engagement. Last year, together, we launched the annual Canada-CARICOM Foreign Ministers Group. And in 2 weeks' time, my colleague and a good friend of mine, Minister Ng, who's our Minister of Trade, will lead a Canada-Caribbean trade mission in your region.
The Canadian Foreign Minister said the pandemic has shown that unity and strong multilateral relationships are critical to the recovery process, while highlighting that as of April 1st, Canada has lifted the pre-entry testing requirements for visitors.
I know that especially after a long winter, Canadians are eager to get to the sun and to experience the beauty and rich cultures of the Caribbean. Canada and CARICOM must also join forces to take concrete actions to mitigate, adapt, and tackle the existential threat of the climate crisis. We'll continue to support the Caribbean in addressing the impact of climate change, including disaster risk reduction.
Minister Joly stated that Canada will also improve access to climate financing, including private sector investments, having already committed $5.3 billion. Co-chair and Minister of Foreign Affairs for Belize, Iman Courtney, noted that what the world needs now is action.
Action and results on the issues that matter to the citizens of the world will restore faith in the multilateral system, which is now under unprecedented strain. I challenge us to focus our discussions less on diagnosis and more on prognosis, the solutions we anticipate, and more importantly, how we implement them and by when. The most important outcome of this meeting should be an agreement on a mechanism that will advance our relationship in investment, trade, development, and functional cooperation, and facilitate our political dialogue.
At the end of the meeting, ministers reaffirmed their commitment to sustainability, resilience, climate action, and shared values in advance of a leaders' summit anticipated later this year. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School had its Creative Bag Day, where students were allowed to put their imagination on display. Chrislena John shows us just how creative the students got.
Students from Forms 1 to 5 of the J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School flaunted their creative bags on Monday as they competed in the school's first ever creative bag competition. Bags came in all shapes, designs, colors, and sizes. Bags made from pots, water boats, fans, basket covers, cardboard, and more, with their unique brand names. One of the most unique pieces was one depicting the J.W. Fletcher Catholic School itself. Student Atishba Griffith tells of her bit of talent.
I made out my bag with cardboard and cloth. This picture here is the founder of the school. These three things is the color of the houses. This one is the flag, the logo of the school song.
Other students spoke about what they were able to create.
I think it was last week. My mother showed me a picture of my grandmother holding something just like this on her shoulder. But not the same part and everything, but something close to that. So I thought of that somehow. And that's why I asked my mother for one of her computer bag strap and a pattern. I walk on.
Made with gift wrapping paper and keychain.
My bag is made out of plate, different ribbon and stuff like that. I just named it Michael Kors bag.
So I was thinking about the Gucci bag, but instead I use a boots and name it Gucci, and I decorate it a little bit so it could look nice and presentable so I could win a prize.
My inspiration for this bag is I watched a YouTube video and I saw this, so I decided to make it. I was just home, miss. They told me, they sent out a message that we had to make one, so I just got up. I looked for a few stuff, and that was the first two things I see, so I just choose to do that. So I put the basket together, miss. I take about 3 strings and strap it up and sew in a strap.
Acting Principal Lauren Bartholomew explained the competition was a suggestion thrown out by a teacher at the institution, which was endorsed by other members of staff. Last week, the students were told what is expected of them to prepare for the competition, and today were able to showcase their varying pieces.
And it was amazing, basically, and it is amazing to see the many ideas that came up, and I mean the unique one about the school, the actual J.W. Fletcher bag, you know, that really impressed a lot. Carrying the motto, carrying the song, carrying everything. And it just goes to show the talents, you know, that our children have. As the song says, gifted. I believe our children are really, really gifted, and so
Ms. Bartholomew added that there will be a first, second, and third place winner. This, she says, may just become an annual activity. Chrislena John, GBN News.
The British High Commission made a stop at the Renegade Rum Distillery during the Grenada leg of the Birmingham 2022 Queen's Baton Relay late last week. Gerard Joseph has the details.
Renegade Rum Distillery is home to the most recent British business investment on the island. This new facility utilizes sustainable and eco-friendly cane production and processing techniques with no waste. This is a direct nod to the first ever carbon
Certainly cut me off guard there once again. Hey, let's move on, folks. It's Good Morning Grenada, 5 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome back. Those of you via GBN TV, good morning to your social media platforms. Good morning. If you're viewing and listening via Facebook, don't forget to share the live. Those of you viewed via the YouTube channel, good morning to you. And those of you listening via K105, we should be making that like about now at Hot 98. Let me say good morning morning once again. We got the results for the riddle this morning. I'm going to throw that out. Coming your way. Don't forget we can take a peek in terms of cruise ship arrivals. I'm not sure there's going to be any cruise ship in today. I'll take a peek at my list shortly. Let me go over and say good morning to my bro via Hot 98. Gary, good morning. And we're back live this morning here on the GBN TV.
Yes, indeed.
It's all about Good Morning Grenada.
Yes, sir.
Yep. What's it like on Hot 98? What's it like on Hot 98 this morning, man? What's the feedback like?
Blazing hot.
Blazing hot.
What else do you expect?
And it's the morning heat. And we're all part of Good Morning Grenada here, where we link up with K105 and also GBN TV.
So I hear you say we have a winner?
Yeah. Well, there's so many people.
What are we winning again?
So many people have chimed in this morning via this riddle. It's unbelievable. And here's the riddle once again. And those of you via GBN TV, you're probably going to get a peek at it also. If you didn't come up with the answer, you probably could see if you can decipher it now. Now, 3 doctors said that Bill was their brothers. Oh, their brother, my apologies, same brothers, but brother was their brother. Bill says he has no brothers. How many brothers does Bill actually have? All right, and the riddle this morning has come to you compliments a computer store located for your Spaceland Mall in Grand Dance, and there's a sub outlet in the True Blue. Let's see, Gary. So many folks have chimed in on this morning. Since I said it, we said it the wrong one. 6:43. It was 6:43 somewhere around there. 6:44 by the minute per se. We have been getting those answers popping in. All right, so let's see who is the lucky individual this morning and who have sent in the answer. Let's try this one.
My name is Christopher. The answer is none.
He's saying the answer is none. Is he correct or not, Gary?
I wouldn't say so.
You wouldn't say so?
The answer is a little bit more, how should I put it? A little bit more expansive than that.
All right. So we may not be able to use that answer this morning. Let's try another. That could be a bit of a problem there. Anyway, let's try this.
Hello, good morning. My name is Anisha Linton, and the answer is no one.
No one. That's not the answer we're looking for. Also, that's not
It's not the answer we're looking for. But let's see if we can get a better one.
Let me see if we can get a better one. Let me try this one.
Good morning, my name is Marsha Pascal, and the answer is nobody's lied.
Let me see this one.
Good morning, my name is Marsha Pascal, and the answer is nobody's lied.
It says nobody's.
All right.
Interesting answers there. Interesting answers. Let's try another one this morning. Let's try another one. Let me see what this little youngster said.
Sorry, the answer is 1.
The answer is 1. Gary, I think this is a toughie this morning, because
yeah, well, you know what?
I ain't think anybody's gonna.
In fact, they are correct. It's just that
it's not the answer we're actually looking for.
Part of the answer that is being left out, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Let me try this one.
The answer was Bill actually has no brothers, but he has the doctors were his 3 sisters. My name is Ashley Regis.
Well, I think she's correct, Gary.
That's the correct answer.
That's the correct answer we're looking for there.
That's the correct answer right there.
That's the correct answer, which means I may have to get this young, and it's actually a little young lady. I'm going to see if I could have her paraded instantly. I think I've just messaged you sent you a message there, Gary. See how quickly you could have that taken care of. And because actually, this is the youngster who have won this morning, giving the correct answer. Let me replay her answer once again. Let me replay her answer once again. Hope I could. Wow, so many.
So as we are speaking right now, we're going to try to get this off to Master Control, so they can do their part. All right.
All right. Let me play that youngster once again.
The answer was Bill actually has no brothers, but he has the doctors were his 3 sisters. My name is Ashley Regis.
So Ashley Regis, and I think that's the correct. Yeah, there's so much more to play.
We had sent that picture. We had sent that picture already.
You sent that picture?
That's a young girl with the with the school uniform. Man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that was sent already. So yeah, master control. Okay. I'm not too sure what school is that. What school is that, man?
I'm not sure either.
St. Mary's.
Well, you see, we were actually deciphering on playing who sent the message first, but the individual who sent the message first didn't give the correct answer because I didn't have a chance to pre-listen the answers before we play. I try to be honest and not listen to the answer before and just play it while we actually doing it. And,
so it's a cutie pie with a ribbon in her hair and her school uniform, whatever school that is. I'm not going to venture to guess anymore.
Okay, so she's live on TV right now. I'm trying to make out that under the school logo there on her pocket. I'm trying to make it out to see if I could actually. Yes, it look as it. Let me take a quick. That's St. Mary's, right?
I would like
St. Mary's Junior School. St. Mary's Junior School. I think that's what I'm seeing. I hope I'm right about that.
There you go.
I think. Well,
congratulations, sweetie pie. And as we go forward, we got another few days. Only one household, only one family, only one individual can win. So if you've won, don't expect to win again. All right.
We may have to move to the other person. All right. Yeah. So congratulations to the lady. Good morning to you. We will contact you and make the necessary arrangements. All right. So you can collect your winnings.
Skull candy's yours.
Yeah, the skull candy's yours. Good morning to you once again. Gary, June 4th.
Friends down there at the computer store. Thank you, guys. Thank you. June
4th, 2022. June the 4th, 2022. I'd just like to give you the date within this particular year. What's happening on that date, my brother? Tell me.
It's all about King of the Grill.
Yep.
Head down, of course, Montrouge Plain Field. That's where it's all going to be happening.
So if those of you who have registered already, you understand? And you think you could be the biggest or the
top
best
griller.
or the top griller. We're talking about the biggest cook-off in Grenada. I like the way that I've been put together. June the 4th, 2022, Fort Montrouge, and of course, it's the Maggie King of the Grill 2022. And don't forget, you can call and make the necessary arrangements to get registered. The number is 440-3033. You can also send an email to at sales@gbn.gd to reserve your spot today. All right, get set once again. Saturday, June the 4th. Yep. Get ready for that, man. Gary, yes, yesterday we actually talked about cruise ship. I did give one. Driving into town, I see two cruise ships at the port.
Oh, no, really?
So I don't know. Okay. Maybe my list needs to be updated. But today being the 5th, I'm seeing.
Maybe we should be calling the ministry every morning. Hey, guys,
tell us.
Is there a cruise ship inside? My list here says there isn't any, but that has been proven wrong in the past, so I'm not too sure what's going on today.
Right. Well, I'm not seeing any cruise ship on my list for today, so I'm not sure. Of course, those that viewer out there who has that clear view of the port, you can always hit me up and let us know if there's actually any cruise ship in right about now. But I'm not seeing any cruise ships scheduled for today. But for tomorrow, Wednesday, there's actually two cruise ships actually scheduled for tomorrow. All right, so no cruise ships in today on my list. So maybe there's that on schedule called, and so if you are able to hit us up and let us know if there's actually a cruise ship in, we would certainly love that. Hey, we're moving on. It's 15 minutes after the hour this morning. Gary, true for a break. Let's take a short break. And when we come back, we have a chit-chat coming up for you. Hopefully when that person signs in, we're going to take that chit-chat. When we come back, we got some music lined up and more. Stay with us here on Good Morning Grenada.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong. Our senior women's national team continues their CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers campaign. This time, they battle against the Cayman Islands on Wednesday, the 6th April 2022 at the Grenada James Athletic Stadium. Kickoff time, 5 p.m. Get your limited tickets now for just $20 EC from the Grenada Football Association headquarters, Queen's Park. Grenada versus the Cayman Islands. CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers, Wednesday, 6th April from 5 p.m. at the Grenada James Athletic Stadium. Feel the passion. Let's support the Spice Girls.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
Always see me getting caught. Entertaining my music in the mix. Anyway, good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Grenada here on K105. Beginning to go live via Hot 98 also, and we're live via GBN TV. It's Good Morning Grenada. What's up with my bro over there now? Gary, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
We're back live, and we also have a guest with us this morning that we're going to entertain you in this segment. Hope we get that wrapped up, and then we move on here. Let me say good morning to Ria. Ria, good morning. How are you, my dear? Good morning to you. Ria, are you there with me this morning? Good morning. How are you?
Morning, Ria. What's going on?
I'm great today.
Yeah,
wonderful. Great to have you on.
I wonder what is responsible for you being so great today.
It's always a pleasure to be on with G Squared.
All right.
Did I get the name right?
G Squared. You are correct. You are correct. 100% correct this morning. All right. So tell us, it's all about the CONCACAF qualifiers coming up, the road to Australia and New Zealand. Tell us about it, Ria. Tell us about it.
All right. So in February, the senior women's national team, the Spice Girls, began their CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers campaign. That's our Women's World Cup qualifiers in our part of the world. And first they played the Dominican Republic away, and then they at home on the 20th of February, we played Jamaica. So this is the second round of qualifiers matches. And on Wednesday, the Spice Girls will take on the Cayman Islands, and that happens at the Grenada James Athletic Stadium Wednesday, 6th April, and kickoff is 5 p.m.
All right.
So we are making an appeal to some of the business houses, firms in Grenada to, if they can, give some time off to workers who would like to come out to the matches. So just give them the opportunity to enjoy football here at home.
All right.
And tickets are available at the GFA headquarters, Queen's Park. And we have adult tickets for $20 and also children's tickets for $10. And as everyone knows, the restrictions, the COVID restrictions have been lifted. So that means everyone now has the opportunity to come out and enjoy football, enjoy the wonderful game that we love. We have COVID protocols still in place in terms of the hand sanitizing and things like that, but we're just happy that all fans can now come together and enjoy a match of football. And the senior women's national team, they've been hard at work. Their head coach, Jake Rennie, has really been pushing them working on all the faults, all the things that needed improvement, and it should be a very, very, very competitive match come Wednesday.
All right. So all road leads to the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, 5 p.m. Of course, Grenada will play the Cayman Islands, which means the protocol will be lifted, as we actually said, and which means you don't have to worry about a mass holding back. You're screaming and cheering for, of course, Team Grenada. You understand? Let the girls know that you're there to support them. And as we actually alluded to, the accent business places, allow the workers, give them a little time off. Let them come out a little bit earlier than usual and come out and give the team maximum support. You mentioned that the teams are prepared. What is the momentum like? What is it like for the team if you have been able to communicate with any member of the team? What is the momentum like in terms of preparation for this game?
Okay, so we've been in contact with the team, and recently some members of the team had to go to Barbados to get their visas, and the team took the opportunity last week, Friday, to play Barbados. Okay. So they had a friendly match in Barbados, and they lost that match 2-1, but it was very competitive throughout. The goal scorer there for Grenada is Sharonda Charles. And the team came back, and now they're in camp ahead of the match on Wednesday. And I can tell you, we're always in contact with them, and it's high spirits. They are excited, I think, because the girls have learned so much since the first round and have been able to put in some practice. They are really excited and looking forward to put on a show for fans here at home.
Which takes me to my next question, Ria, if you don't mind. We know that from the start, the girls were pretty much new and developing, and they came from that stage. Now, where are they today, and what can you say with regard relative their skill set, their improvement?
Right. So to me, I would say it's like a completely different group of girls, group of women that we see here. At first, it was nerves. They didn't execute as they would have liked. But when you see them in practice, when you see them communicating, passing the ball, it's like a totally different team. So the team has come a long way in terms of their development. And what we want following this competition is that they continue to grow, they continue to thrive, they continue to play the game and to just get better and better and become a really formidable team.
All right, there we go. Well, Gary, anything further for Ria? We take a wrap this morning, and of course, once again,
can't wait to see the ladies continue to improve and put their mark. Yeah, stamp their authority.
Yeah, man. Let's lead the ladies come out there and make Grenada proud, and of course, we certainly will give them the support. As the people going out and give them the support a whole lot. Ria, I want to thank you a whole lot for popping in this morning and sharing information. And of course, whole of Grenada will come out and support the ladies tomorrow at the National Stadium. Any closing you want to before we take a wrap this morning?
All right. So just to say, all roads lead to the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Wednesday at 5 p.m. for the CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers match, Grenada versus the Cayman Islands. We want to make it an atmosphere of fun, of celebration. There will be drummers, there will be DJ music. We hope to have giveaways, so we want everyone to come out and show their support to the Spice Girls. It will be a competitive match, and we have tickets available at the GFA headquarters right now for $20 for adults, $10 for children. And I also wanted to mention that the CONCACAF Nations League draw took place last night in Miami, and Grenada, because of its performance in the 2019 Nations League, was put into League A, and we are drawn in Group D, and we will face the USA and El Salvador in our group. And the CONCACAF Nations League begins in June. CONCACAF should share the schedule, kickoff time, venues, and so in the coming days. So we're excited, and you just might see Grenada versus the United States here in Grenada.
All right.
Keep our fingers crossed.
All right.
Well, that's a tough zone we put in there, but hey, we're going to rise to the occasion.
All right.
Yes, I like that. We are going to rise to the occasion as a Spice Isle. We always have, and we look forward to the challenge as the team grows and gets better.
All right.
Thank you for being here. You're welcome to join us again anytime.
All right, Drea. Have a great morning.
It's always a pleasure. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. So that was Ria this morning. Shared some information about pertaining to, of course, the game coming up tomorrow, Grenada versus the Cayman Island. Go on out and support the Grenadian girls. Hey, Gary, that should be an interesting game tomorrow, man. Should be an interesting game tomorrow.
Indeed. Y'all going out, if you can get the time out, go on out and support. The girls need our support.
Well, with the restriction up, you could scream and cheer for the young ladies, more than you did before. You understand? Anyway, Gary's time for the Celebrations Club. We come back. We got loads more to chit-chat about. Let's get into the Celebrations Club this morning. Let's see who's celebrating today. Let me pop that list up and say good morning to all of you who are celebrating today. Good morning and happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating your birthday today, good morning. Happy birthday. Let me see who's topping off my list this morning, who's at the top of the list. Let me say good morning to Aliyah Edwards of Byland. She's also known as Punking. Good morning. 15 years old today. Good morning and happy birthday to you. Sarana Patterson of Queen Street, Victoria. Good morning. Happy birthday, the entire Patterson family. I'm wishing you a happy birthday. Gary Moses of St. James. Good morning and happy birthday. Moses Simon of Byland is also celebrating today. Good morning and happy birthday to you. All the best on your birthday today. Let's say good morning to Sierra Garcia of Moya. Good morning. What about Cleo Bridgman Greenwich of Bylands? Good morning and happy birthday also. Eddie Jerome of Victoria. Good morning. Happy birthday to Abigail Samuel of Central Guava State. Good morning to her from her mom. And Nadia Swan of Upper St. John in St. Andrew. Good morning. Her mom, her dad, her brothers, sisters, Auntie Joan. Shouting out this morning. Let's say good morning to Meryl Charles of Marigot. Good morning. What about Dwayne Ross of Bordio? Good morning. Happy birthday to you also. Zara Francis of Boucherjou. Good morning and happy birthday. Stephanie Francois, also known as Fatty of River Sally. Good morning and happy birthday to her. Let's say good morning to Kimisha Edwards of Victoria. She's actually a student of the St. Mark Secondary. Sheila Charles of Upper Capital, Brush Grove. Good morning. Happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Denise Alexander of Paradise. How are you this morning? Happy birthday. Celia Mona of Grand Bra. Good morning and happy birthday to you. What about Alroy Farmers of a conference in St. Andrew? Good morning. Goodness going on to him this morning from his mom. That's Ellen. She's wishing him a happy birthday. Aiden Joseph of Calise. Good morning. Aiden is 17 years old today. Good morning to him this morning from his grandmom. Brother, that's Sunshine and Carlin, right? Wishing him a happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Akeisha Farmers of Pearls in St. Andrew. Good morning to Akeisha, members of the family, friends, shouting me out this morning. Good morning to Cordell James of Mount Annan in St. David, celebrating his birthday today, and he's actually 6 years old. Mommy, shouting you out this morning, your dad, and all the other members of the family, not forgetting your grandparents. All right, Auntie Lorna Fletcher is also chipping in and say good morning. Gloria Farmers of Lafayette St. Patrick, good morning. Her children wishing out this morning, her grandchildren, all wishing her a great day. Not forgetting her daughter-in-law, also shouting out this morning, her son-in-law, all wishing her a happy birthday today also. Let's say good morning to Laura Horsford of Telescope in St. Andrew. Good morning to her this morning from her daughter Wendy Ann, her 4 grandchildren. They're chipping in also wishing her a happy birthday. I have a senior citizen on my list this morning, and that's, what's her name? Veronica Lawrence. She's also known as Tanti of Bolio. She's actually 95 years old today. Happy birthday to you. All right. A special shout out to her this morning from her children, especially Mr. Joe and Jacinta, her grandchildren, and Mr. Perlsman popping in and wishing her a happy birthday also. Ray Wickham of Sab, good morning. Happy birthday. Elon Charles of Florida St. John, good morning and happy birthday also. Let's say good morning to Selena Barry of Duquesne and St. Mark. How are you this morning? Happy birthday. Cody George Sampson of Pearls, you're celebrating. Good morning. Christine, that's Jessica James of Grenville, celebrating her birthday today. Good morning. Chrissy Worm Charles of St. Paul's, good morning. Greetings going out to her this morning from her mom Bernadette, her father Everest, her husband is it Timoni, and Miss Dorinda Worm. I'm wishing her a happy birthday also. We have Tony and Alex, they are twins of Bernay and Mark, celebrating their birthday today. Their grandmom is wishing them a happy birthday. And finally on the list this morning, let's say good morning to Gloria Trevenier of Edward Street in Grove. And greetings going out to her this morning from her children and grandchildren, all shouting out this morning. Let me just take a quick peek at my WhatsApp list this morning. I think I saw someone sending a greeting there this morning. Hope I could get that in. Let me say good morning and happy birthday going out to Janaya of Pearls in St. Andrew. Good morning to you, Janaya. How you doing? Happy birthday. She's actually 14 years old today. Greetings going out to this morning from her friends in the neighborhood. That's in Pearls and especially Miss Declan. Shutting out this morning, wishing her a happy birthday. That's it for the list this morning, Gary, for the individuals celebrating their birthday. Let me wish them a happy...
I would like to say happy birthday as well.
Yeah, why not?
To Susan Norman. All right. Happy birthday to you, Susan. As I call her, Suze. Yeah. All right, happy birthday. All right. It's your birthday today.
I like to say, if you have long hair, just let it down, man. It's your birthday today, all right? Can't speak on that for myself, but anyway, good morning. Happy birthday. Anyway, let's move on, Gary. Hey, what's the latest on the missing Grenadians on the team, man? What have you heard about lately, man? I know you keep abreast of it more than me sometimes, so what's the latest you heard?
The latest is that it has been confirmed that those missing are all Grenadians. All right. Unfortunately, we have to continue to pray for their, safe return. I mean, as dire as the situation may sound,
it's a little bit grim.
Yeah, very much so. But we got to keep faith alive, whatever little faith remaining, whatever hope, whatever chance of them being alive still. You just never know. When it comes to rescue operations, you just can't. You have to exhaust every possible opportunity that these folks are still alive. All right, we got a report. We're gonna take a little excerpt from that report that talks about those Grenadians still missing at sea.
Yeah, let's see if we can take a listen up to that right here on Good Morning Grenada. As soon as it's been ready for us via folks at GBN TV, we'll see how that exit rolls out this morning.
Trinidad Coast Guard on Saturday in a release said at about 3:40 p.m. the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard received a report that the vessel encountered rough North Coast seas and subsequently overturned due to a shift of the cargo on board 5 nautical miles north of Manus Island. 2 of the 7 crew members, who are Vincentian nationals, survived and were rescued. Officer attached to the Community Relations Department, Kadina Douglas McLean, explained.
Preliminary investigation also suggests that the incident occurred when a strap that was used to hold cargo in place on the vessel burst, causing the cargo to shift to one side of the vessel and consequently capsizing the vessel.
Though unable to reveal any names at this time, Officer McLean said the RGPF is working along with officials from Trinidad and Tobago on the matter and support is being given in any way possible.
All right, that was that news clip there pertaining to that. And man, it's so sad to see that happen. So sad to see that happen. So sad to see that
fingers crossed, prayers up. Prayers up indeed. Prayers up.
Well, the 2 in rescue that was mentioned there, they are Vincentians, you understand? And the 5 that is still not been found as yet, hopefully they are found somewhere just out there in that water out there. Hope there's no haven't given up the search as yet. Hope they just haven't given up that search as yet.
Keeping hope, keeping faith alive.
Let's keep hope alive, man. Gary, yesterday, well, I was that busy yesterday that I didn't give it much attention. Tell us about the restriction lifted, man. What have you heard about the restriction?
Well, it's been long coming.
Yep.
You know, it's been 2 years. But GBN went on the streets to get some reaction from the people about the lifting of the restriction.
Mm-hmm.
April 4th would be a date that many people would remember for decades to come. April 4th is when, after 2 years, restrictions were lifted and Grenadians were able to start living life as normal. All right? It's a day that's going to go down in history. Did I say?
Yeah.
Let's check out the report.
Let's check out that report. No longer you have to
face
worry.
mask and COVID-19 restrictions from today, April 4th, as the country attempts to recover from the backlash of the virus. As Grenada adapts to what is the new norm, GBN sought people's view on the removal of the restrictions.
Well, it's wise because you at least they say it's don't pay for a while. So I feel it's wise that we got a mask. You have Carnival coming up. You have the tourist season this year. That's what you really depend on as a government. So I feel it's wise to remove the mask at the present moment in time.
I believe that individual we have a responsibility to protect ourselves, right? So if they raise the restrictions, persons just have to wear their masks if you want to. So the country have to open up. We have to get back to business. So if we just can't just let COVID, kind of control our lives. We have to rise above that.
I think it is wise that all you should still have it. Yes, because you don't know who is who up to now. So I think that all you should still have that.
To open the economy, to things get lively again, that's a good move. But we still have to watch out for the virus is there. It's not gone. Now we have to still wear masks and things.
Perfectly honest with you, seeing that the virus upsurged in China again and it's kind of on the rise, I don't think it's a wise thing. Right now, I don't think that is the best thing. They should hold the restrictions in place. Maybe till August also.
In an interview last Friday, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles appealed to the Grenadian public to take their responsibility seriously as COVID-19 restrictions come to an end. The CMO said the people will have to do what they think is necessary to protect themselves.
The state would no longer be mandating that they wear a mask, mandating that they sanitize their hands, mandating that they distance. Persons have to make that individual decisions for themselves now. All the differentiation in between vaccinated and unvaccinated persons, all of that is going to be removed. And the requirements for entry, vaccination and testing and so on.
All right. That was of course, Chief Medical Officer talking there, and that little bit of excerpt we listened to a while ago. So, Jerry, the restriction have been lifted,
Yeah, and I was reminded of that yesterday when I went to a store. A store that I usually go to and need masks to enter. They have been very compliant as far as that is concerned.
Right.
And I pulled up and I was like, shoot, forgot my mask. And she was like, no, you can enter. I was like, oh yes, April 4th. Happy April 4th, everybody. You know what I mean? Like the Chief Medical Officer stated, wearing masks and doing the social distancing would be left to personal and individual choices.
Yep. I was going to say that. If you've been following the news internationally, also you will see there's a major upsurge right now in China. There are parts in the U.S. that are a bit concerned right now, especially in the New York area, where there's an upsurge there of that new strain that is out. So we still have to pay attention to it. You understand? It's lifted. We don't have to worry about going place and stuck about we can't go in anymore because we are unvaccinated. We don't worry about you can't go into a particular store because you're not wearing your mask. But use your discretion, and if you think that you want to continue wearing your mask, I will encourage. You understand? Wear your mask still. It's all left up to you right now, because it has become down to a point where we just have to live with COVID right now, Gary. You understand?
That's exactly what we
just have to live with it. Well, live with it. Gary, due for a break. When we come back, we chit chat some more. Stay with us here on Good Morning Grenada.
the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly a kite near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple?
No. You shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenada at 237 and they will come and help.
Alright.
Never fly kites near the power lines. If your kite ever gets tangled, do not attempt to remove it on your own. A message from Grenada, energizing our Grenada.
Sunday allowing great music to play in the morning time. It's Good Morning Grenada. Welcome one and all. Wherever you're at this morning, wherever you're listening to us from. Good morning to those of you via Facebook. Good morning. Don't forget to continue to share the live. Because shall we entertain your comments also? Good morning to you.
Tonight is your night.
Hey, we're getting set to, of course, get to our Tune to Tune segment. That comes up shortly. What else we do have? We have some little to chat myself and Gary have to make as we move on this morning. All part of Good Morning Grenada. Hey, let me go over and say good morning to my bro once again. If he's all geared up and ready for me, let me say, Gary, we're back. We're back in the final segment this morning before we wrap the show up at 8 a.m. this morning. And, Gary, yesterday I was in the south of the island, and while coming up the Maurice Bishop Highway, I saw the fire brigade passed. But I had no clue what was actually taking place until I actually got home, and then someone sent me a message pertaining to that fire at the Coast Guard base yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, a lot of personal belongings were lost. Some beds and things were lost in the process. So it was a pretty significant fire. It did not consume the entire premise, but they've managed, well, not managed to, but they unfortunately suffered some damage and some loss. So that's the situation as it exists right about now. So that happened in the south of the island, like you stated, GT.
But any report came out in what caused the fire?
Videos of that.
You heard anything of what actually caused the fire?
No, that is still under investigation. So it was kind of middle of the day kind of fire.
Yeah.
Hot sun, fire blazing.
I know. There's a little bit of taboo about midday fires. You know that, right?
No, tell me.
They have a zombie in your house or something. I just get into that anyway.
Old people talk.
Yeah, old people talk. Your house burning in the hot sun, by something in, right? You understand? That's a little taboo about that.
Hot sun and fire.
Hot sun and fire. You know, especially around midday. Also, they say that something just ain't right about that. Anyway.
Well, my heart goes out to you guys, man.
Yeah.
You guys, I hope you guys find a way out of this challenge pretty soon. And kudos to all the firewalkers down there. I got a family member who works down who is based down there. So hats off to you, man, and the rest of your colleagues. And I hope you guys turn this into a positive, as hard as it might be.
You know, there's something about Grenada and bouncing back. You know, we always seem to do that pretty quickly. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Pretty soon that fire, that building that got burned, whatever, that's going to be fixed and it's like new again and everybody goes back.
We are a resilient people, man.
Yep, we we know how to bounce back pretty quickly. So it's something that we just gonna deal with at the moment, and then we're gonna take care of that, man.
Well, speaking about police, the Royal Grenada Police Force, the RGPF, invites applications from suitable individuals interested in joining the force. GT, you interested in joining the force, right?
I don't think I qualify in terms of the age range there right now. Yeah, I understand. I don't think I don't think
Applications can be submitted via email to trainingschool@rgpf.gd or must reach police headquarters, Fort George, no later than the 20th of April 2022. Applicants must be between the ages of 19 and 35 years old. All right, and applications and forms are available at the police headquarters, Grenville Police Station, Sutter's Police Station, Guelph Police Station, Carriacou Police Station, and Central Police Station. All right, electronic forms are also available on the RGPF website. All right, so if you're interested in joining the ranks of the Royal Grenada Police Force, hey, you can finally make that dream come true. You know, I always wanted to be a police officer, right?
I was just going to tell you that. You ever heard most folks when you were younger? You always want. And I remember
I reached up on the fort.
Yeah, you did.
I actually reached on the fort, and I turned around.
You turned around.
Yeah.
You probably would have been a good police officer, man. You never know. I don't know.
I probably might have been a rather strict police officer. I'll probably be one of those no-nonsense police officers. You know what I mean?
I understand. It's a profession that never grabbed my attention. You understand?
Yeah. I flirted with the idea a few times.
You know, it never grabbed my attention. You know, but you never know. Maybe if I probably had given it more time. Just never thought about being a police. Just never thought.
Well, maybe, guys, if you extend on the age range, I might reconsider.
Yeah. If you taking it and beyond 35, we probably could pop in and make a lot of difference. You understand?
Hey, let me tell you something. I fitter than more than half of the fools. All they tell me a lie, nah?
Here you go
I
again.
fitter than more than half of the fools. All the other police officers can't even run. Sorry, I have to put it so bluntly, but all they need to go back and train in school.
Oh boy.
Let me move on.
Let me move on. You might run into trouble next thing you're driving today and you get pulled over and you stand, you're wondering what happened. What happened? Hey, you know, Will Smith is back. Will Smith is continued to, you know, the issues with Will Smith in terms of the whole issue with him and Chris Rock and stuff. It's continuing to ponder on him a whole lot. It's man. I'm sorry for the guy. I'm sorry for what is taking place with him. You know?
Poor Will Smith. You know what? You know what's sad, and I have to say this without apology. You know what's sad? A black man who has been a pillar within the black community for over 30 years. All right, has made black people proud. He had a clean record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has not slipped up once, except.
I mean, there have been some issues before, but maybe not
what issues before? What?
Well, there was a little fight with him and somebody before.
He's the embodiment. Will Smith is almost like the Obama of
No, Gary, I wouldn't give him all that credit. I wouldn't give him all that credit.
That was almost.
I wouldn't give him all that credit there for now.
He's almost the Obama of Hollywood. The dude has been that clean, and he slipped up just once, and now he's about to lose everything.
Everything is stumbling down on him.
Don't you see some level of hypocrisy here?
To a point, yes. But Gary, I'm still saying he had to blame it on himself.
Of course,
a lot of it. He had to blame it. I mean, and he has stand up and taken the responsibility also of accepting the blame. You understand? He made a mistake. He said he slipped up. You understand? But hey, well, it is what it is for now, man. And we've seen that Netflix has pulled back on a major movie deal with him. You see Apple Plus, they also pulled on the plan. He was going to do was it Bad Boys 4. They have pulled back on that just a wee bit. So,
nonsense.
You know, I don't see I didn't see it going to the extent in which it has gotten to. I thought that was just going to blow by a week or so from now, and that
The brother made a mistake, lapse in judgment. If anybody should be blamed for all of this, is Jada Pinkett Smith.
You know, I've even seen excerpts of Chris Rock's brothers, throwing some jabs at him. Also,
the brother had a lapse in judgment. Yeah. When you fell in love with Jada Pinkett Smith as a teenager and have to contend with Tupac and that kind of flair that Tupac emanated from him, and then as of late Augustini, whatever his name is, the brother probably felt that he needed to man up and act like a man, and his interpretation of a man was probably a little bit warped. And then came that incident, unfortunately. Hey,
I've been looking at some issues where even his daughter is saying, her dad has been going through a lot. He's been going through a lot lately.
I think Will Smith definitely crashed on that night, and he stepped out of character, and he's being paid dearly for it. He's been made to pay dearly for it, and I don't think the punishment fits the crime.
Do you see any bounce back for him, man? Because when you see artists, especially black individuals per se, in that neck of the woods, and these things happen, it's very, very rare you get a bounce back from them. Especially we look at the likes of
listen, in Hollywood, a black man makes a mistake, they're coming at you with all forces, and that's just simply what it is. And I know a lot of people is going to cringe because I'm saying this on national television. But I dare say it. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
It is what it is, and we're hoping that this will just blow over. I mean, I like the guy's movies. You understand? I've been a fan of his music back then as a youngster. Listen to his Will Smith's music and so forth. Like his movies, whether the production is good or not. We have a caller online. They probably want to chime in on this. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning. Let me tell you something. The man is a black man. Anytime you make a black man make a mistake in America, if you tell yourself you're going to write down.
My point exactly.
He's a black man.
Once you make a mistake,
yes,
got you.
Yes.
All right, caller. Thank you so much. I understand. Well, we know how black people are treated in that neck of the woods, Gary. We know. We understand, and we know what the fallout is going to be for him. And he probably didn't see it coming to the level as it is. He probably seen it as a simple issue, but there are folks over there who going to look beyond that and looking for all reasons to get him, who probably had some issues with him for some reason or the other. People that have them kind of silent problem with you that they don't speak up about.
Tell all you
understand?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Gary, don't go there. Don't go there, man.
Manipulator.
Gary, don't go there.
No, I've been saying this.
Gary, don't go there.
I've always had my questions about the sister.
Gary,
but anyhow.
Gary, don't go there, man. Don't go there. Don't go there, man. Don't go there. Don't go there for at all.
I'm not going to go there.
I ain't going to take you coming down on the sister like that.
That red carpet. But no, GT, she's made a lot of revelations on the red carpet. She said a lot of things.
I understand, but sometimes
private life.
Sometimes people have to, get things off their shoulders, man. You got to say what you got to say. And it's
to mention and make public the most intimate part of their lives. I mean, you've put it out there, so now you've given people free rein to make judgment. And I'm making my judgment.
Which I am agreeing with you with. But I'm just saying, sometimes folks have to do what they have to do to make life easier for them. And by speaking about it, gives you a sense of relief. You understand? Probably these things has been bothering her for a long time. But, of course, may have caused issues in their relationship. Now that they have opened it up and say whatever they had to say, it probably gives them a bit of relief. You understand? Though they can move beyond that, but sometimes we, the public out there, we put more attention into it than it's actually the ones putting into it. You understand? So, anyway, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's where the cookie crumbles for that part of the world, anyway, man. Gary, just about 6 more minutes before we wrap the show up this morning. Just about 6 more minutes before we wrap the show up this morning, and you ready for tune before we wrap up this morning, bro?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready, man.
Let me see if I could find a song. Let me see if I could find a song I could throw on you there. I didn't have it. I'm unprepared for the song this morning. Yeah, I think I see one.
We got caught up in the topic this morning, but
yeah. I think I found a song I could play with it this morning. Let me play around with this. Let me listen up to this one. It's so fulfilling where the world is going today, right? And everything else.
Take a look at the world condition and tell me what is really going on. It is true that the devil have a hand. Survival is a hell to brother man. We go in the wrong way, don't you understand? We go in the wrong way, are singing man to man. We go in the wrong way, in this wall of corruption. We go in the wrong way, mama let us try for you.
Now, if there's a Grenadian out there who was not actually singing along to that particular song this morning, well, I don't know. Let me see, my bro. Let me see.
Looking for the song that I wanted to play. Oh, I found it.
You found it? Yeah. Go right ahead, my brother. Go right ahead.
Them find pleasure in doing evil. The wicked flee when no one pursue. Like coals in the burning fire. Have learned patience is a virtue. The wicked flee when no one pursue. No, them there with them one, them turn them back on you. Them got malice in them tongues. What I say? Mischief in them hearts. Protect I from the pestilence. Guide the youth them from the predators. Them never like it from the start. The power wheeling from the earth. Praise him in his excellence. Rastafari is the confidant.
Yeah, man. That is it right there.
Big up to the outer view, man. Yeah.
Brighter Star.
You know? Hey, big up to Brighter Star. Good morning to you, my brother. Quite a character, man. Man. Hey, big tune. Hey, we only have about 3 minutes left, Gary, before we wrap.
Let's get some votes in.
Let me get some votes in, man. Which of the two you felt? Did you like the Inspector? We going the wrong way.
We going the wrong way.
Powerful song. I got some votes coming in for me already, Gary. Good morning, number one. You know, Gary, just dive with a slide. Someone is saying, you know, remember the Alec Baldwin situation where he fatally shot one of the crew members.
Yeah.
And I said that didn't even get all that attention. They didn't make all these headlines. That didn't make all these headlines. You understand?
Exactly.
Boy,
someone actually died.
Yeah.
Blood wasn't even spilled in the Chris Rock Will Smith incident.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not justifying what he did. I mean, the guy made a mistake.
Boy. Anyway, man.
Then we look at Bill Crosby, and there are a lot of examples.
Let me take a call. Good morning, caller.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Tell me.
Number one.
You like your number one?
Yes.
It's only obvious. Have a good day.
Okay, same to you.
All
so
right.
That's two for you,
Gary,
GG.
number one there for you.
For me.
Yeah. Talking about when you play good music in the morning, babe.
Let's go. Let me see what Facebook is saying.
See what Facebook is saying there right now.
I think GT have it this morning. Yulin is saying.
Yeah.
GT love local. Yeah. Specky all the way. Too bad, Gary. GT got it. Number one rocks.
Yep.
Yeah. Tune for tune.
I feel somebody feeling sorry for you. Somebody just gave number two at least 2 votes there. 2 votes came in separate there for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's all good for the Brighter Star. Big up on the artists. You know?
Yeah, man.
I got another caller popping in. Good morning, caller. How are you?
I'm fine, real fine. Number one is it.
Number one is it?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right.
Have a blessed day.
And I'm seeing you on voting once again. Number one. We got some voicemail, some voice notes popping in. Let's see what they're saying.
GT, it's all yours.
It's all mine.
Still no love lost.
Thank you so much, man. All right, man. Voice notes popping in, getting the credits. Who's else? Number one again. So, Gary, I'm ahead of you this morning. You got some love. You got a double dose of the love. Big up to the Brighter Star track. But the Specky was all good. That Specky was all good.
Big up to all those on the Facebook Live chiming in on the topic of discussion. I like what Alistair said. He said that's all it takes. One mistake in a million and your life is done. That's the life of a black man in America right there. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Sad. Anyway, Gary.
Oh, well.
We got to go. Just about 30 seconds left on the show this morning before we pop up for BBC News. Hey, thanks for, of course, a great show once again, my brother. We do this tomorrow morning, even better than we did today. Have yourself a good one. Shout out to all the folks listening via Hot 98 and those of you via GBN TV or social media platforms. Good morning to you and thanks for participating in some way or the other. Until, have a good one.
Have a blessed day, folks.
Yep. Hey, folks, up next, BBC World News in progress.